What is up, everybody? It is Talking That Talk with Kiefer and Kriegs. I'm Kiefer, he's Kriegs. It's a special episode, Super Bowl Sunday. Today is Sunday, February 7th, 2021. Talk about the Super Bowl mostly. A couple NFL things, though, beforehand. The Hall of Fame class was announced last night. Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Calvin Megatron Johnson, John Lynch, Drew Pearson, Tom Flores, Allen Fanisa, I think that's how you say his name. Those are the big names. There are a couple like execs that got put in, but we're talking guys who played or coached. Obviously, Manning fan, that's huge. I'm ecstatic. It's kind of the last thing he can do without coaching. So, and 5 years ago today, he won his last Super Bowl and went out on top. It's fantastic to see. It's a good memory. It's sad that they haven't done shit since then, but it's got that memory forever. So
Was Vaughn on that team?
yes, he was a Super Bowl MVP.
Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, they blew the piss out of the Panthers that game.
Their defense suffocated them.
Dude, so many people won so much money on that fucking safety.
No, you're thinking of when the Seahawks beat the Broncos. Panthers, it was like 28-10. Denver beat Carolina.
And then there was a safety in that game, though,
No,
right?
No.
Didn't Cam Newton get tackled in the end zone? Or did they rule it a touchdown?
They had 2 defensive touchdowns.
And one of them was, okay, yeah, so many people lost so much money because it was, like, debatable on being ruled a safety.
Then we got Woodson, Michigan guy, deserves to be in. Great player.
Absolutely. Is he? You think he's just gonna stay on the broadcasting train?
Yeah, I think so. I think if he wanted to coach, he would have done it already. Then we got Megatron, who retired way too soon, but the Lions organization will do that to you. Great talent.
There's always rumors, oh, will he come back? Will he come back? There's there's no shot.
He's been out 5 years. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
And then another Bronco, John Lynch, which he should have been in a couple years ago. But he's finally in, so no complaints here. Drew Pearson was receiver for the Cowboys back in the 70s. One of the elite receivers of his time. A time in the NFL where they didn't throw nearly as much as they do now. So the numbers he put up at the time, were incredibly impressive. Tom Flores, former coach. I believe he's the first Latin American coach in the NFL ever, and obviously the first one in the Hall of Fame.
Nice.
And then Allen, I can't even say his name. Fanisa was a lineman, played kind of all over the place, but he was dominant when he played. He hasn't been on the ballot very long, which is nice to see for a lineman. You got any thoughts on the Hall of Fame class?
No, I mean, I think obviously the 3 frontliners are going to be Peyton, Charles Woodson, and Megatron. But I definitely think, like you said, it's another just achievement for Peyton. And like you said, until he coaches, I think he'll coach someday. I don't know if it'll be at the NFL level.
Just a matter of when.
I think, right. I think he would probably. I don't know why, but I feel like he would more want to be like a college coach,
or
coordinator, just because I feel like he wants to. Not that he's not a big ego guy, but I feel like he wants to develop players more rather than just like coach them.
Yeah,
I feel like he's that type of guy. And so I could see him going to like back to Tennessee. That's where he went to college, right? Tennessee.
Yeah.
I could see him going to Tennessee. I could, see him. Who knows? Some more award winners. Obviously, the NFL awards get announced the same night as the Hall of Fame class. Aaron Rodgers, MVP. Kind of
no shocker. Everyone knew that was coming.
Yeah. Everyone knew that was coming a couple of years ago, or a couple of weeks ago. Third MVP for him. Still only that one Super Bowl. There's going to be a lot of controversy to see what is going to happen with him. Obviously, I think he's going to stay in Green Bay. I don't think they're dumb enough to get rid of him, but who knows? We'll see. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald.
Third time in 4 years.
Yep, kind of expected. He's.
Does he just?
I wouldn't say expected, but he's made that name of him now that he's definitely the best interior lineman in the NFL or interior defensive lineman in the NFL, hands down. There's literally no comparison to him. You being a defensive lineman when I played in high school and stuff, like just watching some of the shit that he does out there is absolutely insane, and he makes people look dumb.
It makes grown men look like idiots.
Yeah,
special talent for sure.
Yeah, he took a blow. I mean, he hurt his ribs against, I can't remember who it was, but he just wasn't right for the Packers game. Not saying that it would have made that much of a difference, but he didn't play the whole second half of the Packers game. But he's always going to be a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I don't think he'll leave LA anytime soon. He seems like the front of that organization kind of knows what they're doing, so I don't think Sean McVay would want to get rid of him either.
No.
Offensive Player of the Year, Derrick Henry. Kind of no shocker there. There weren't really that many shocking things as far as awards. Everything was just kind of called a couple weeks ago, week 15, 16 of the season. Everyone kind of knew what was going to happen. 2,000 rushing yards. He led the league with 17 touchdowns, I think it was.
Yeah.
Just an absolute
dominated.
Just a monster. Yeah. And it's with how the NFL has started to switch, like you said, drastically from back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, when it was all run first football. Now it's more of a pass. You pass to set up the run. Yeah, you pass to set up the run. And so to see him dominate as much as he did, is honestly not shocking just because of how raw his talent has been in the past couple of years, but it's to see some of the things he does against people is outrageous.
And then probably the only controversial result was the Offensive Rookie of the Year, Justin Herbert. A lot of people felt like Justin Jefferson should have won it, which I'm kind of torn in the middle. I think both of them deserved it, but Herbert had a great year. Justin Jefferson had another great year. I feel like if Herbert's not a quarterback, he doesn't get it. And Justin Jefferson broke records that have been there for 20 years. So that, yeah. I mean, I'm not mad Herbert won. I wouldn't have been mad whoever won it because either one of them that did deserves it. And then Chase Young, obviously, Defensive Player of the Year or Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's no surprise there. As soon as he got drafted, there's talks about it already.
He's so good.
Yeah,
dude.
He's a monster.
He's huge. He is huge.
Massive. And then
and just straight, just built.
He bullies people. Yeah, he's
yeah.
Little Aaron Darnold. Coach of the Year, Kevin Stefanski, Cleveland Browns. First time they've been to the playoffs in, 18 years?
Something like that.
First playoff win in even longer. And then obviously...
I mean, he deserved it, yeah.
Oh, 100%. No one else deserved it. And then, comeback player of the year. This award should just be named after him from what the shit he went through. Alex Smith.
Literally life-threatening injury.
Almost lost his leg.
Almost lost his life.
Well, I'm just saying both aspects, yeah. Things weren't looking good for him. He made a comeback and played in the NFL again, which is unbelievable.
Started 8 games.
Started
8 games this year.
Because
if you look at that injury back, you go watch it. It's
massive.
A Joe Theismann injury.
And 10, 15 years ago, he's not playing. He's at home still. I mean, like we said, those are pretty much obvious. Everyone kind of knew those were coming for the most part. And with that, we'll jump into Super Bowl 55. The Kansas City Chiefs, I'm not saying at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though it is at Raymond Jones Stadium. It's technically not a home game for them, which it is. But
nope. It's Bucks at Chiefs, technically, which Tom Brady will be wearing white again, which he hasn't ever lost a Super Bowl playing white. So that's something.
A lot of teams that wear white are win the Super Bowl. It's duly noted the last like 15 years. It's like
Mm-hmm.
14 out of 15 or 13 out of 15, something like that. Game starts at 6:30 CBS. The Vegas line, Chiefs under 3, giving 3 points. The over-under is 56, which I feel like both of those are a pretty good number.
I think it'll probably go over 56.
I hope it goes over 56.
Yeah. I just hope for a shootout.
Same, buddy. Offense, give us a shit ton of offense. Give us 80 combined points, 90 combined points.
That'd be nuts. Like what was that national championship game a couple years ago? Wasn't it like 45, 41 or something?
Clemson,
Like that?
Alabama, the overtime game.
Yeah. That'd be nuts. If this game is, I think, I don't know, dude. I mean, I put money down on the Bucks, so I'll run through what my bet is today. You can keep talking for a second. Talk about Mahomes and Brady.
All right, Mahomes Brady Part 5. It's 2-2. Mahomes winning this year, and then the last time they played, and then the year before Brady. I think Brady won the first. Yeah, Brady won the first 2 matchups. Mahomes won the last 2 matchups. The last 2 Super Bowl winners. The last 4 AFC winners. 2 best quarterbacks going head to head. It should be a good game. It should be a good matchup. I feel like whatever team wins, these 2 guys, whatever side wins, that's going to be the MVPs, the quarterback, which is get into our little final thoughts, which is a while away. But just throwing it out there. Week 12, the Chiefs won 27-24. It was a blowout until the fourth quarter. The Bucks got 2 touchdowns late within the last 8 minutes of the game. Mahomes, 37 of 49 for 462 yards and 3 TDs. Tyreek Hill, 13 catches, 269 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Shout out Jacob Aldridge. He got torched in fantasy that week because of it. Brady, 27 of 41, 345 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Gronk, one of his best games of the year, 6 catches, 106 yards. Mahomes and Hills just dominated the Bucs secondary. They didn't have any. They had nothing to do for him. He just burned him down the field.
No trouble at all.
Total yards, Kansas City 543 to Tampa Bay's 417. I mean, those are huge numbers. Turnovers, KC had 1, I believe it was a fumble.
I'm so surprised with the score of this game compared to the stats of it.
Yeah.
Because Patrick Mahomes throws for 462 yards.
They're scoring 40, yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's wild.
Possession, KC 36 minutes, 47 seconds. Tampa Bay 23-13. First downs, Kansas City had 26. Tampa Bay had 20. That was a game that was kind of a snooze fest at the beginning of the year. I mean, it got interesting in the second half when the Bucs made their little comeback. But I hope offensively it's explosive as it was, but I hope that they finish more, both teams. Let's get a high-scoring game. Give the people what they want. We want 51-48. Give us the highest scoring game ever in Super Bowl. Give us the most yards on both sides, total yards, total touchdowns, all that good shit. I don't see the outcome being much different. I do see the Chiefs repeating, but I see it being a slim margin, like 3, like it was the last game, 3-7, maybe even less than that, maybe 1 or 2. But did you find your wager?
Yeah. So I got 3 bets specifically on this game. For one of them, I have Tampa Bay to win by 1-6, which is going to be plus 330. The odds on that. The first scoring play I have is a Kansas City touchdown. It's going to be plus 155. And then I have outright winner to be Tampa Bay, which is going to be plus 160. So if all those hit, we'll have a pretty good day. We also got I really want to put some. I think about putting some money on the over. I think it's going to go over 56. I really do. I think it's going to be like 34-31. I think I think I think Tampa Bay. So that's going to be my prediction. So while we're doing that, um, we'll get into that a little later. Some pretty big injuries. I mean, not big, but Sammy Watkins probably won't play. He was cleared to play. Probably won't get
If
very much action on the field.
if he does play, it'll be in a limited role, and I don't
Yeah,
really see him
decoy
doing too
mostly.
much. Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell probably be eliminated as well. Eric Fisher is out with that Achilles injury, tore it last week or in the AFC Championship. AFC Championship game. That's a big blow. I think that's what's going to happen, especially with that being the blind side of Pat Mahomes. I think that's going to be the primary attacking point for Tampa Bay. I think they're going to try and go to Mahomes' left side a lot. We'll see how that goes. For Tampa Bay, Winfield's not playing.
Has it been confirmed he's not playing?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard.
Because
I haven't seen
what I
anything.
saw today, they all practiced this week. It was just limited practice. They're worried about swelling with Winfield and Brown. Whitehead should be 100% go because he finished out the NFC Championship with that injury. But it's like they said, it seems like they're all going to play. It's just a matter of the capacity.
Okay.
But I mean, their other safety's out, so I think Tampa Bay secondary is going to have issues again. I'd love to see a non-quarterback get the MVP, but Hill would have to have a game like he had last time, if not better, to pull off the MVP. But
we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a nice day. We're gonna make some food. We're just gonna enjoy the last Sunday of the NFL season
until September, the darkest 7 months of the year.
I mean, but hey, the way I look at it is, as soon as the NFL's over, it's
baseball
full swing into baseball season.
Pitchers and catchers report in like a week.
Yep.
We'll get into that tomorrow.
So that's what the primary of the rest of the content is going to be. Is after this going to be mostly baseball talk? I'm assuming. We're going
to cover other sports.
We'll cover other sports, but many of our main talking points, I'm sure, will be news in baseball. Who's slumping, who's not, who's hot, who's on the hot seat, who's injured, anything like that. All right, final score. I already gave mine 34-31 Tampa Bay. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think I'm going to put money on the over. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to.
48-45 Kansas City.
All right, going above me, huh?
Yeah. I just think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I hope it's a high-scoring game. I pray it's a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I hope it's not a snooze fest.
Don't give me a 21-20 game or 21-18, 21-17 or 24-21.
Right, and the thing is I want it to be a really close game because I want to be into it the whole time, so that way I'm watching the commercials. Like, if it's not a good game, I'll just have it casually playing on my second monitor, and I won't be paying attention to it a whole lot. And that's how I know. That's how it usually goes. If it's a good game, then I'm like, all right, good shit. I want to watch commercials. I want to be in tune with it. But if it's not going a good game, like, then I'm just like, this is silly.
Speaking of commercials, I mean, we'll get in that in a second. MVP
of the Super Bowl?
Yes, sir.
TB12.
Mahomes. We'll have some more talk. What is your favorite Super Bowl commercial that you can remember? Mine is one of them is the Doritos commercial, the old one where it's like that guy comes over for a date with the kid's mom, the little boy. He goes to eat his Doritos and he slaps the shit out of him. He said, 2 rules: don't touch my mama, don't touch my Doritos.
That's a good one. Shit, dude. It's hard to say. There have been so many in the years that I'm sure ones just slip over me and will just fly right past me. The State Farm ones have been pretty good the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
The Nissan, they always try and sneak one Nissan commercial in there with like something to do with the Heisman House. Those are always good. But I mean, I like the Time Machine Doritos one. That one
That
was
one's
really
good too.
funny. But yeah, I knew exactly what you was talking about as soon as you started saying it. So I definitely think I don't think I can put a favorite on, just because there have been so many. Well, and we'll make sure to pay attention to the Super Bowl or the commercials this year, and I'm sure there's going to be some trailers that come out.
There'll be some good ones. Yeah.
So we'll cover that on Monday as well. We'll have a little segment for that, just recapping the entertainment news that's happened with the Super Bowl, because there always is.
The weekend
Marvel
is
put-
the halftime performance, by the way, which I'm sure everyone knew that. Which I'm interested in. I like the weekend.
Yeah, he put $7 million of his own money into it, apparently.
Yeah.
To make it how he wanted it.
Speaking of millions of dollars, how much? I'm looking at it right now. Take a guess. How much is the price of a 30-second commercial this year? What are you thinking?
I think that it's probably going to be higher than usual because there's no fans, so everyone's going to be watching it like on a TV because of the pandemic. Give me an over and under of above 50 million or not?
Not 50 million. No, that's way under 50 million.
18.
5.5.
5.5. See,
That's normal though. Last year 5.6, 2019 5.3,
Really?
2018 5.2. That's unreal
Yeah.
though. 30 seconds of airtime, $5.5 million. Fork it out.
Gotta promote your biz.
Yep. It's nuts. But like I said, it'll probably be the highest. I mean, I know they are letting some fans in the stadium. They are, but it'll be the highest probably ever. The highest television rating for the Super Bowl. I mean, it always is a spectacle TV rating wise, but with the pandemic and I mean 20,000 less fans at least not being able to go, you're going to increase your numbers.
Oh, absolutely.
Super Bowl Sunday is a great day. I love it. It's one of my favorite days of the year.
Oh yeah.
It's a sad day. I hate it too. Because that after Super Bowl depression hits in as soon as I get in bed, I'm like, damn, we're got 7 months without football. Yep. 7 months, 7 Sundays without football. But it's been a great season. People didn't think that it would happen or it would finish. They made it through without having to cancel any games. I mean, they moved games around, but no games were canceled. Not a whole lot of COVID tests. Positive tests where guys missed significant time. I mean, there's a few, but no shutdown. Weeks 1 through 17, good. Playoffs, good. It was nice to see. It's happy to see. This is a crowning moment of an odd season.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. We're right now it's 12:40, about 6 hours, a little less than 6 hours away from kickoff. I will be placing my bets here soon. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I am for sure going to hit the over and do a few probably single player bets. But so Mahomes wins. So let's say Kansas City wins. What's that do for Kansas City and Mahomes' already decent legacy? I know he's only his 4th year in the league, but what does that do for him overall if they win?
I mean, so this will be his 2nd Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's. I mean, obviously he's the front runner of the younger generation in the league. I don't think there's any denying that. I think if he wins this one, then I think he gets the crown of like the best quarterback in the league right now, 100%.
I would say he already has that. No one's putting numbers. I mean, Rodgers won MVP, but Mahomes is having great numbers every year since he's been a starter. And it's like LeBron James in the NBA. He's not going to win. He can't win MVP every year, even though he's consistently that dominant. Because it's not out of the ordinary for him. And Mahomes, he can keep having these seasons, and he's not going to win MVP after MVP because they expect it out of him every year. Like, you're going to have these quarterbacks, running backs, whatever, that win it because they have one really, really great year, and the rest of them are good years. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mahomes has great years every year so far. And then, obviously, Tampa Bay wins, submit. Brady's legacy is already cemented. He loses, nothing doesn't tarnish.
He's literally had 2 different Hall of Fame careers.
Yes. He loses, it doesn't hurt his legacy. He wins, it boosts it. He'll be the second quarterback to win titles with 2 different teams, joining Peyton Manning.
Who's the other one? Oh, yeah, Peyton.
But Tom Brady has nothing to lose. I don't think either quarterback has anything to lose. This is where it's kind of nice because you can root for anybody. You're like, oh, I don't want this to hurt so-and-so. Like if, say, Rodgers was here instead of Brady, people would be like, well, Rodgers has to win. He has to win. If he loses, which
right.
I would be saying that. If Rodgers was here, we'd be having this talk. I'd be saying if Rodgers loses, he's out of the – I mean, I don't think he's in the GOAT conversation already, but he can't be in the GOAT conversation. You're 1-1 Super Bowl. You've been to 2 Super Bowls in your 15 years, and you're 1-1.
Right.
But these 2 quarterbacks, Mahomes very young, Brady older towards the end of his career. Neither one of them have anything to lose. Mahomes 1-1, 1-0 in the Super Bowl. Brady 6-3.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
So just hoping for a really good game. You got anything else?
Yeah.
Anything you want to touch on?
No, I mean, stay safe, eat some food, enjoy your Super Bowl.
Enjoy your company.
Last one, like I said, yeah, enjoy your company. Be safe. Other than that, thank you for watching. Show some love on the socials and everything. Promote it, whatever you got to do. We really appreciate it. And yeah, that'll do it for this episode of Talking That Talk with Kiefer and Kriegs.
We will be back on. We'll be back tomorrow. See you guys then.
Yeah, Monday. We'll see you Monday.
Peace.